All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are breaking down everything you need to know about a test that could literally change your life, the Mawhiba test for gifted students. We're going to give you the complete guide from A to Z. So let's just start with this one simple but really powerful question. Are you actually ready to discover what you're capable of? Because at the end of the day, that's what this whole thing is really about. So here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about what the Mawhiba test even is. Then, we'll get into who can take it, what's actually on it, and the nitty-gritty of how to register. And finally, the big one, what the scores mean and what happens next. Let's do it. Okay, first things first. What is the Mawhiba test really? Let's get right to the heart of what it's for and how it's designed to find and unlock a student's hidden potential. Think of the Mawhiba test as a key. It's a special assessment designed to find gifted and talented students all across Saudi Arabia. You know, it's a huge collaboration between the Mawhiba Foundation, the Qiyas Assessment Center, and the Ministry of Education. And its goal is super clear, to measure how you think so you can get access to these incredible programs built just for you. So you might be wondering, okay, is this test for me? Well, it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. Let's take a look at how it's broken down for different age groups. The test is broken up into 3 different levels, and it all depends on what grade you're in. Level 1 is for the younger students, and it goes all the way up to level 3 for secondary school students. But listen, here is the most important rule you have to remember. You can only take the test once per level. That means you've got to think strategically about which year is the best time for you to give it a shot. Now for the question on everyone's mind. What are they actually testing you on? Let's pull back the curtain and see what kinds of skills this test is really looking for. The thing is, this test isn't about memorizing facts from a textbook. Not at all. It's about how your brain works. It looks at 4 main areas: how you play with words and ideas, your skill with numbers and logic, your ability to think like a scientist, and, this one's cool, how well you can see and manipulate shapes in your mind. And you can really see how the challenge ramps up with each level. I mean, level 1 starts with 64 questions, but by the time you get to level 3, whoa, it's almost double that at 120 questions. And you've got nearly 3 hours to do it. So it's not just about being smart, it's about having focus and stamina. And remember, every single question is multiple choice. Oh, and here's a super important piece of information you'll want to know. You get to choose your language. The test is offered in both Arabic and English. You just pick the one you're most comfortable with when you sign up, so you can really show what you can do without any language barriers. Okay, feeling pumped? Think you're ready to take this on? Awesome. Now let's get into the practical stuff, the step-by-step on how you actually register for the test. The whole process runs like clockwork on a yearly schedule. Registration usually kicks off in October and then wraps up in December. Then the testing happens between December and January. For example, in the last cycle, the results came out on February 26th. So the key is to keep an eye on these dates every year so you don't miss your window. So there are basically 2 ways to get in the door. First, your school might see your potential and nominate you themselves. Or, second, you can do what's called a self-nomination. That's where you or your parents can go right to the Mawhiba or Qiyas website and sign you up directly. It's great because it gives everyone a fair shot. So, what about the cost? Well, if you register yourself, the fee is 200 Saudi riyals. But, and this is a fantastic tip, if your school nominates you, that fee is totally waived. It's completely free. All right, you did it. You took the test. The hard part's over. So now what? In this last section, let's break down what the scores mean and what incredible doors might be about to open for you. The scoring is pretty straightforward. You'll get a score somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000. And it's simple. The higher you score, the better your chances are of getting into Mawhiba's amazing enrichment programs. That score is basically your ticket in. Okay, let's just address the elephant in the room. This is the #1 question on everybody's mind. Do you really need to study for a test that's supposed to measure your natural ability? And the answer is yes, it's a very good idea. While it's not, mandatory, being prepared can make a huge difference. Just getting familiar with the question styles helps a ton. You can start with official sample questions from Mawhiba itself, and then maybe check out some popular training books or online courses to feel even more confident. And there you have it. That's the complete breakdown of the Mawhiba test. You know what it is, who it's for, and exactly how to tackle it. So now, the only real question left is the one right here. What is your next step on this journey of talent?